welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a snow day here in Kentucky, and it's also a holiday, which means no work. So, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I still like to do my makeup even on days when I'm staying home. It just makes me feel better. So I thought, no rush today to get anywhere. What better time to do a makeup tutorial with you? I am not an expert. However, I will tell you, I've been wearing makeup since I was probably 2. I had an older sister and a mom who both loved makeup, and I always wanted to emulate them, and that meant wearing makeup, that meant wearing high heels, and all those things. So I'm not really brand specific. I like to find as many drugstore brands as I can find. You know, I'm all about saving a dime. A lot of my things have been given to me by my girls. That's one of the many benefits of being a girl mom, is that you get their hand-me-down clothes, shoes, and makeup. I will link everything that I can link for you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to email me, message me on any of my social medias at any time with any questions you have, and I'll try to answer those or get an answer for you if I don't have it. And yeah, that's it. I've already put on my foundation. I struggle with breakouts. I'm very open about this. So right now is one of those times I'm having some breakouts. So I went ahead and did my foundation to cover that up. And also, this is only my 4th YouTube video. So this is a work in progress, a learning experience for me. I'm not sure about this angle. The last video I thought was too low, so I've upped it. Never done a makeup tutorial, so we'll see how this goes. Anyways, let's get started. Eye primer is very important. The eye primer makes your eyeshadow look smoother, keeps it smoother all day long, keeps it on longer, and also keeps it from bleeding. And if you're not sure what I mean by bleeding, it's when the colors run together, like you'll have a color in your crease and somehow it ends up down on your lid. So I am out of eye primer and really don't have a certain one that I'm crazy about. That's something I'm shopping around still trying to find. So I love this stuff. It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. And it's a waterproof, anti-aging, full coverage concealer. Like I said, I'll link it as many places as I can for you. I have the shade Light because I like it to be lighter than my natural skin tone. I use this for highlight. I use this for concealing, and I use this to prime my eyes. I just put a little dot on my finger and then I tap it together. Really tapping off that excess. And then I just go in and kind of tap it like that. Just a little bit. You don't want it to be caked on any whatsoever. Very light. Had a piece of dry skin there. Okay, so I'm just taking my sponge and just tap, especially when you're working anywhere on the face, but especially your eyes. Your eyes, the skin on your eyes is so thin, so never rub, always tap. And that's just going to give me a good base, covering up any of those little, what would they be called? Blood vessels, maybe? Looks like veins. Any kind of discoloration on your eye. It's giving you a nice, even palette. Then from there, I'm just going to dab just a little bit of loose powder so it's not so sticky. And then any excess, I just always go back around my face. Now the powder that I use, let me show you. Love this stuff. And I had a really good friend in the pageant community. His name was George. We called him George T. And I'm not sure of the correct word, but he referred to himself as a drag queen. And so he was excellent with pageant makeup. He was excellent with drag queen makeup. And he said, this is the powder to use. The Airspun loose face powder, original. I get translucent. Another something that I'll tag for you, and you can get this at almost any drugstore, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. I always keep that. All right, so let's do some eyeshadow. This was a palette given to me by my girls, nothing that I bought. Well, I'm sure I bought it for them, but not for me. It's the Kat Von D, would it be called Shade Light Eye. And it's just got some neutral colors there. I use the middle section. And this is hard, being so organized and talking and looking, but we'll learn, right? Okay, so this is the brush. This is a Merle Norman brush. I don't know that I'll be able to link it. I'll try, but my brushes, most of them are so old because I take really good care of them that they last me forever. But you can just see it's just like a rounded, tapered brush. And I'm going to go into the lightest color, which would be this one. And that is going to be the base of my eye. So you're just kind of covering over the primer. I do go all over my eye. Everybody's different. Some people don't recommend this. This is just what I've done for years. Again, I'm no makeup artist. I have no kind of training, just trial and error and starting a love for makeup probably before I could walk. Okay, so we have both eyes covered. Now, this is probably one of my favorite brushes, and again, I think this is a MAC brush. I think I'll be able to get the number off to link it for you, but just kind of a rounded, tapered brush. And sometimes I use 3 shadows, sometimes I use 4. Today is just more of a lounge at home look, so I'm only going to use 3. I'm going to go into my medium color. There we go. And you know what? I can already tell I'm doing something wrong with this video. My oldest had told me, Mom, when you film your videos, turn it wide ways, and I'm doing it long ways. So I hope that this takes for you. I apologize. I'm learning here. So I'm just going to go right above. I'm not going in my crease. I'm going right above and going softly, and I'm putting the majority of my shadow on the edge of my eye. Then I just blend and I work my way in toward the middle, above the crease. And really, there's no such thing as blending too much. I go back and forth like a windshield wiper, and then I'll go in small little circles. Just blend, 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 blend. I did get some fallout there, so I'm going to take, again, my loose powder. Some people are more careful about this. I've seen people use shields, a spoon, tape to keep that fallout. I just kind of make sure that I tap my eyeshadow off like this. So I'm tapping in my color and then I tap off. And when you see people doing makeup tutorials, that's what they're doing. They're tapping off all that extra. So on the other eye, again, I'm starting at the outer edge, above the crease. And I just slowly work in toward the inner part of my eye, because you want the dark to be on the outside, the light on the inside. It will help your eyes look bigger and more open. Go back and forth like a windshield wiper, and then go in little tiny circles. Little fallout there. Okay, now for that outer corner. This brush, I can't tell what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a Merle Norman brush. But again, just a rounded, I guess you would call it tapered, but just a little rounded brush. And again, you could use anything. I would use, let's see, here is another brush that I could use for the outside. That one would work. So you see what I'm saying? It's just a smaller, rounded brush. I'm going to go into the darkest color very lightly. You can always add shadow, but it's really hard to take away. So I'm giving that a few extra taps because it is such a dark color. So I am going to make sort of like a C on the outside corner of my eye. Very lightly. You see what I'm doing there? Just a C. Some people say V. You can do that. That's just a sharper look. And I like for everything to be blended, rounded, smooth. So I'm going to tell you a C. Again, if I was going out, I would do that with much more impact. I would do it a bit darker. But this is just a stay-at-home look. Maybe shooting a few videos today. So you can hear that. I'm tapping off all that extra. I'm going to go into the other eye again. Just like a rounded C, or as I said before, you can do a V. It's just the C is going to be more natural looking, smoother, easier to blend. And be very easy when you're blending. Go softly with that brush. We don't want any more tugging on our skin than we have to. Now for a blending brush. It's just kind of a fluffy looking little eye brush. Just gonna blend it all. So you're gonna start on that C, and then you're gonna work your way over to the edge of the C, and then onto the crease, blending it all together. Isn't it funny some of the faces we make when we're putting on our makeup? The things we do, ladies, the things we do. There is no time limit, no certain amount of blending strokes. You blend until you feel like it's blended. The goal of blending is for someone to look at your eyes and not be able to tell where one color starts and one color ends. So that is the goal of blending. And I don't know about from this angle, but in my close-up mirror down here, I cannot see where it starts and stops. So I think that's good. I do not have any eyeliner right now. And I highly encourage you often to hashtag use what you have if you follow me on Instagram at Marada Chafins. So I am using a tiny angled brush. Hope you can see that good. I'm dipping it into my darkest color that I just used for my C. Tap, 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 tap. And I'm going right below my lashes. Right below. So I am just tapping, and it helps me to look up, but I feel it right below my lash line. Again, you can always go back and add, but you can't take away, or it's very challenging to do so. We should never say we can't do anything, right? Of course we can. So let's do the other eye. Tap. Notice I am not pulling it. I'm not pulling it across or back and forth. I am tapping. Now I'm going to do the very same at the top by tapping right on my lash line. And I'm going about 3/4 of the way over. Tap, 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 tap. Do not pull. Do not tug. Tap lightly. Go over about 3/4 of the way. Okay, now after I've done that, I like to kind of wipe the excess shadow off on my hand. Then I'm going to go back over, so I'm just kind of blending it out. And in between each top and bottom, just wipe off the excess on your hand. And the top. Yay. Okay, again, I have some fallout, so I'm going to go in with my loose powder. Dust it off. You want to dust it away. 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 Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. Another little tip, I always keep my bath towel in my lap or laying next to me so that I can wipe my hands off. It's good if you want to put it in your lap. You can even tuck it into your shirt if you're brave enough to go ahead and get dressed and then do makeup, but that's not the case for me. Now we are going to do contour. Contour is like, what should we call it? Makeup version of weight loss. How about that? Contour is going to slim your face. It's going to add angles. It's going to help you define what you want to define, to help show the things you want to show and hide what you want to hide. So my face, I have, with COVID, being home for 2 years, perimenopausal, just liking to eat, I have put on a little weight in the past few years, so my face is more rounded. Contour is going to help me slim my face. So this is by Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. We've got this at Ulta, and this is the kind of brush, I love this brush. This is a, I think, Morphe. I'm not sure how they pronounce that. Again, I'll tag everything I can for you, and if you have any questions, just message me. I'll be happy to reply. But I go in, and I especially get some on the corners, the edges of the brush. Tap. And I'm going to start right up here. Like if you smile and you feel where the two bones connect, I guess that would be your jawbone, and you can feel a little indentation right here. It's about 1 inch out from your ear when you smile. Right there. That's where I'm going to start, and I'm just going to go back and forth on it. Back and forth. And then gradually go down. You're hugging your cheekbone. And I just go down about 2 inches. And I just go back and forth. I like a chiseled look. Some people like it more delicate, more blended. Can you already see how my face is looking slimmer? Now I'm going to do the same thing. I find my little indentation, and I'm going to hug that cheekbone. You don't want to go down too far with it. rounded little circles. Back, 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 back. Now I'll take just a little bit. And I'm going to do like a 3. Do you see how that's a 3? 3. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Again, you're just slimming your face down. And it's all out. A good way to think of this, your bronzer, that the lid just broke off of. A good way to think of your bronzer is you are adding the sun-kissed look. This is where the sun would hit you. So that's why you're doing this 3. Think of that. That's all places that the sun would hit you. Okay, now a little blush, and let's see if I can tell you. This one is Milani. I've been using this one. Looks like the name is Dolce Pink. I've been pretty satisfied with it. Again, I'm not very brand specific on many things except for my concealer and foundation. Everything else, I'm just kind of, you know, whatever's on hand. So tap it. Do your usual. Everything that you put on, you're going to be tapping. Everything, because you don't want extra and you don't want that fallout. So tap. And I just go right over my bronzer. It used to be that we were told to do it right here on the apples of your cheeks. No. You want everything to be out this way because you're slimming your face. And you can even, if you have extra left on your brush and you want to do this, you can just kind of go over your 3 with it. Okay, where are we at? What do we need? I am not going to fill in my brows today. Again, I'm just staying at home. This is my natural brow. Probably 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, for the very first time ever, I had them groomed. I guess I just had them trimmed up, shaped, and it was $25, which is very reasonable, but I can tell that it's already growing back some. So it's not something for me. It's probably nothing I'll have done again. If I want it, sure, yeah. I mean, it's nothing that I'm opposed to, and my daughters love having it done. But just for me, with the brows that I have, I think I'm more suited to just shape them with brow powders and stuff, fill them in just a little bit that way myself. But this is it's called Control Freak by NYX, and it's just an eyebrow gel, and it keeps your eyebrows, you can kind of comb your eyebrows, style them, have them standing up however you want, and they will stay in place. So it's, in a sense, a hairspray for your brows. But I am not adding any fill-in today, because I will just be home, and that's just, I shouldn't say a waste of product, but something I really don't have to do today. I usually kind of like to do mine up and out. So with that, you probably can't tell that I did anything to that. And again, this is just kind of, it looks like a mascara tube. Just a setting gel for your brows. And if I were filling in my brows, I would do that with the eyebrow pencil. You can also do it with a dark eyeshadow. And then I would add the eyebrow gel. Okay, so now let's go in with our mascara. This is a product that I struggle with. I used one for years, and something in the past couple of years changed, and I kept trying to use it, kept thinking maybe I just bought an old bottle. It just wasn't the same. I don't know if it's under new ownership, what's happened there. So I reached out in my stories on Instagram asking for suggestions for mascara, and this one got lots of rave reviews. So I got it. It's by Essence Lash Princess. Oh, I like the name. I didn't realize that was the name. Lash Princess, and I'll use something until it's all gone, but I probably won't buy this one again. Normally, not normally, probably half the time I'll wear some lashes, especially if I didn't sleep good the night before. Again, I'm just home today, so I'm not going to do that. When applying mascara, I like to put it right at my lash line and pull out. So I just hold it there for a second, let it grab, and pull out. I hear the neighbor. We have the best neighbors. He has his plow and he's clearing everyone's driveways in the neighborhood. Such a nice guy. Then I'm going to go down without sticking the wand back in the mascara and do my bottom lashes, because if I use a fresh wand, like if I dip it and then do my bottom, I'm tarantula eyes. It just really cakes. So I like to just use what's left from the top on the bottom. And then my brush is almost dry, so I just go back up to the top and slowly pull. Kind of similar to when you're blow drying your hair and you put your round brush there and you're pulling. So you're kind of doing that with your mascara wand. Nobody taught me that. Probably not proper technique. Just something trial and error that has worked for me for years and years and years and years. I've been doing it this way probably since high school. So if you want to try it, again, I just grab it there and then start pulling it out. And I really think the key to mascara is taking your time. You want to give it time to kind of catch so that it doesn't just clump. If any of this is making sense, thank you for watching and listening. If it's not, again, just message me. We can talk through this. I'll give you any tips that I have if you want them. So that same brush, I'm just going down. Another one of my pretty faces that I make when I do my makeup. Wouldn't that be a funny reel, ladies? You know, reels, they're really pushing reels on Instagram right now. I'm not a huge fan, but I do them occasionally. And that would be a really funny one. The mini faces of makeup application. So you can already see a big change from when we started, right? Not quite so scary. Here's a little thing I like to do. I like to take my pinky finger, and you remember this really bright light color that we put all over the base of your eye. I like to go in with my pinky and just dab it on the inner corner of my lid. Just opens it up, brightens it up just a little bit. If I'm getting ready for work or going out, I do this step a little bit differently with more impact, but just for home, that's what I do. Now let's do some highlights. Highlights kind of like your contour. You're just the things you want to pop, you're adding some highlight to. Just like when you're reading a book and you use a highlighter, you're going to highlight the points that you want to stand out. So on your face, you're going to highlight what you want to stand out. These brushes, fan brushes, they're the niftiest little thing. You just dip it in your highlight, and I'm going to do it right on my cheekbone, above my bronzer. I'm going to do just a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my chin, and a little bit on the edge of my brows. I know there's something that if I were going out, I would do it with more impact, but just at home, can you see how the light's kind of catching? Right where I wanted it to. This is good stuff, and you can see I will have to clean that off really good so that I can get the brand of that and share it for you. We're going to use a setting spray. I've been using this one. It's a matte finish by NYX. It works. It seems to be keeping my makeup on good. Again, I'll use any finishing spray that I can get my hands on. So I'm not really brand specific on this. But you hold it out. I do about 5 sprays. Then I do this. I fan dry it. I've just seen my makeup girls do this. Don't even know if there's a reason behind it other than just making it dry faster so that you can get up and go. Okay, and last step today, I am going to use, I get so many questions about this lipstick. It is a Merle Norman lipstick pencil. On one end is the liner, on one end is the color. Sometimes if you want your lips to look bigger, you can overline them. So you go to the outside of your natural lip and line there. But I'm just going to stick with my normal lip today. Lining. Too quiet. Okay, so they're lined. Now, another tip when it comes to my lipstick, especially when I use these Merle Norman pencils, the liner, I will go in and tap some color all over my lips. My lips are a little dry today. I guess it's the weather. Okay, so the reason I did that, number one, it adds some grip for your lip color to stick to. Number two, when, notice I don't say if, when this lip color comes off, because it will, I do wear some that are guaranteed to stay on so many hours. This is not one of them. I think this stays on great, but you know, with smiling, licking your lips, eating, drinking coffee, mask, whatever, this lipstick will come off. So the fact that you put a layer of that lip pencil on there, when this comes off, you're going to have another layer of color. So now I'm just going in with my lip pencil, the color. I sound like I'm talking funny. Perfect. Now I go back with my pencil. This is just something I've learned to do over the years. Not a have to. I like to go back into my Cupid's bow, which is this little angle right here, and just add a little. That pencil is okay. Just a little emphasis right there. Just adds a little extra shape. Now to set it off, if you have any shiny spots that you want to tone down, there's my powder. Again, just a simple makeup look, easy to do, at home, snow day, holiday, no work, woohoo! Also want to tell you about my earrings. For those of you who don't know, I am a blogger on Instagram at Marada Chafins. I also have a website blog, www.maradachafins.com. And I have a new boutique, The Blue Door. So on Instagram, we are at Shop The Blue Door, and our website is www.behindthebluedoor.shop, and you will find gift ideas, home decor, fashion accessories, including some of the cutest, lightweight earrings you will find anywhere. So I appreciate you for sticking with me during this makeup tutorial. I thank you for every channel that you follow me on. And I hope you have a great day. I hope I taught you something. If you have something to teach me, hey, message me. We're in this together. Thank you. See you next time.